Hi everyone, Sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Listen, you guys, everybody is getting sued. If they are not getting sued, they are suing somebody, okay? But before we talk about it, let's do a countdown so that YouTube can send some notifications, okay? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. It's the beginning of a new week. Aren't we just excited about it? Okay, we're excited about it because we get to gossip. Welcome to my channel, Ntando, Mdletshe, and on this channel, sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities, kanye nama-YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button. If you are on YouTube, follow the page. If you are on Facebook, and also follow me if you are on Twitter. Do not forget to like the stream. Just like it before we begin because the gossip is always nice. Gossip is always the best, you guys. I don't know what's happening in South Africa. It's almost like in the recent, maybe the past 2 years, people discovered that you can sue somebody, okay? Because every littlest thing, people are suing each other. But this one is not little. So we're going to talk about Thando Thabethe and her friend. And they went and did some procedures. And then, people are saying they did not pay, okay? But you guys, there is a background to that story because there's another article that came out that explains what happened when they actually went for the procedures because they almost lost their lives, okay? But here's the thing, you guys. Let's say somebody builds you a house, okay? Builds you a house and they finish it according to what you agreed upon. But you are not happy here and there with the house, okay? You still pay for the house and then you can lay a complaint, okay? I still feel like, if you do a procedure, even if you feel like you were not treated right here and there, you still have to pay that bill, okay? You can't just say, I'm not going to pay it. Or, so that is what is happening with this Thando Thabethe and her friend. We're going to go through a detailed article on what is happening with her and her friend, but they are getting sued, apparently, you guys, allegedly, according to the Sunday World. And also, Sello Maake, you guys, there's a job that he was gunning for. Apparently, he did not get that job, and he feels like he did deserve the job, and they did not give it to him. I think it's at the Market Theatre. So he wants explanation why he did not get the job. Okay, some of us, we go to interviews, they don't give us the job, and we think we're the best candidates. We just accept it and move on. But Babsilo is like, no, I need to understand why you didn't give it to me and gave it to someone else. Okay, so he is suing as well. So we'll do that story. Let me just greet the family in the comment section. If you want me to give you a shout out, make sure that you come into the comment section and just say hello, and then I can give you a shout out. Good morning, Precious Pearl. It's good to have you here. Noni M podcast is here, you guys. Please check out her channel. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Lindela thank you so much for joining me. Milano, how did I miss your life? The other time you had set up a live. I waited and I waited and I waited. You did not come. And then yesterday I saw that you had done a live and I had missed it. I'm mad about it. I still need to go back and watch your video. I was like, how can I miss the live? Okay. We are here. We didn't see the Abomata this Tanda exciting on a Monday. Out of everything we could do on a Monday, we want to gossip. Greeting, dearest beloved OGLs. Milano, thank you so much for joining me today. So let's get into it, you guys. Let's get into it because we do need to start working, okay? Work for the employers that pay us, a little bit better than this YouTube employer here. But we are still going to gossip. So let me see this story here, okay? So this is a story that is talking about Vivari suing a radio icon over unpaid aesthetic surgery. But I thought, you know what, for us to understand what's happening, I think we will start with this article here that is talking about what happened when they actually did the surgery, the two of them, their experience. And maybe if we go through this article, some of you will understand why they believe that they shouldn't pay for this procedure. I believe that they should still pay, and maybe they can sue the company for whatever they feel they were mistreated on, when it comes to this procedure. So, listen, you guys, I did watch Thando Thabethe's reality show a little bit. I did watch it a little bit. I remember an episode where she was telling her friend that her friend can go do the procedure that she's been wanting to do for a long time, and she was going to be the one to pay for that procedure. So I don't know. I can't remember because I wasn't watching it religiously. So I don't know if this is the friend that did the procedure. But in that episode, they were not saying anything about her Uthando doing the procedure. So I don't know, you guys. The rest of the show I'd never watched, so I don't know if this actually did make it as part of the show. But apparently, it was supposed to be part of the storyline on the show. Them going and doing this procedure, you guys. Here is the thing, okay? It's hard for me to feel sorry for people that do like optional, you know, a plastic surgery, because I feel like anytime you go to theater, you guys, like, you are risking your life, you might not come out, okay? So it's different for me. Let's just say that you have cancer, for an example, and you have to go for an operation. And the way that I would feel about it if that goes wrong is different from the way that I feel about it when you say, you know what, my stomach here is not, I'm going to the gym and it's not doing the thing that I wanted to do. So I'm going to go and the doctors will help me. I feel different about it. Not that I don't feel sorry for the person, but it's a little bit different. Like, you could have done without, the procedure. But let's go through the article and see what happened. So, Thando Thabethe and her friend faced DA TH in aesthetic facility. Okay. Media personality Thando Thabethe panicked as she thought she was bleeding to D after undergoing a liposuction at the Johannesburg aesthetic facility last year. Also, the producer of her show, Unstoppable, Tumi Mayimela, was admitted to hospital after she suffered a heart failure allegedly due to excessive B from breast reduction, 360 liposuction, and Brazilian butt lift. Guys, that is a lot. Like, to do all three, breast reduction, liposuction, and Brazilian butt lift. Okay, that's a lot. People are very brave. The shocking details are contained in a letter of complaint Maimela sent to the Health Professional Council of South Africa. That means that a friend was not happy with how the procedure went and then went and complained to HPCSA after the procedure, which were expected to be beamed on her show that is flighted on BET, allegedly went Ori. Okay, I don't know, you guys. So the show suddenly stopped, but I didn't know that it was because of this issue. My Mela complaint, which was apparently dismissed by HPCSA, has been attached to the 5 million lawsuits Vivari filed against her and her company, Red Bull Production, at the Johannesburg High Court last week after she failed to settle the bill for the procedures. Okay. So their producer also did the procedure and she did not pay. In the complaint, which we have seen, Maimela alleged that she and Thabethe, a presenter at 947 FM, arrived at Vivari Aesthetic in November 25 to go under the knife. She lamented that the procedures took about 8 hours after she had been informed that it would be done in 4.5 hours. That happens in theater sometimes. You go there, there's a complication, they have to keep you longer than you're supposed to. Once I came to the facility, I was placed in what they call a specialized cosmetic surgery clinic and hospital around 7:30 p.m. At around 11 p.m., my drip came out and the nurse was helping me change position. As the nurse was helping me change position from back to stomach, the nurse called my aesthetic doctor, Dineo Hamilton, who told her to put the drip back on, to which she explained she was unable as she has never done this before. Okay, so the nurse is like, I've never put a drip on. I can't put a new one. So I wonder who had put it on her originally. Maimela said that she stayed in pain without a drip from about midnight to the following morning. The only thing she was given to manage the pain was from her 8-hour surgery, she said, was suppositories. Okay. She said the following day, on Saturday night, the facility experienced load shedding for about 6 hours during this period. She said the Vivari medical team was unable to monitor her vitals. This is like a nightmare when you go to do surgery. This is like a nightmare. I mean, don't they have generators? I mean, are they allowed to experience load? I thought that so hospitals are not allowed to have like are not supposed to have load shedding. But even if they are, I mean, if it's a private hospital, you're supposed to provide generators. You can't just not monitor a patient's vitals just because you have load shedding. Okay, she said she believed the overall facility was not good in good standing to operate patients, but obviously, you guys, the authorities didn't think so because the HPCSA did not think that this was a complaint that they could take forward because they dismissed it. At around 11 p.m., my dream came out. Okay, I read that. Okay. On the 16th of November, I was admitted to Life Forwards Hospital where I was informed that I had lost a lot of blood during surgery. I was puzzled that so many professionals were in the room for the surgery, but no one picked up the amount of B that was lost was enough to cause me hemoglobin levels to drop to 8 and therefore cause heart failure. This is like a nightmare. Guys, the nurses at the facility, she added, were not registered, and this was confirmed by the facilities docs. But guys, those are the things you check before you do these types of surgeries. So if you check afterwards, is it really worth it when you have almost lost your life? Maimela further claimed that the facility was under equipped for any surgery and lacked post-surgical care. I wonder how they chose this particular doctor then. Maimela further claimed that the facility was under equipped for any surgery and lacked post-surgical care. So how did you choose it? If post-op existed, the fact that I had lost so much B would have been picked. I was told I had a heart failure due to the amount of blood I lost during the surgery. My body was struggling to pump the little blood I had left after the surgery around my body, and my cardiologist said that my heart was about to give in. This could have been prevented had I had adequate care needed for the surgery of this magnitude, read the complainant. She further said plastic surgeon at Four Ways Life Hospital, where she was admitted, told her to confiscate in confidence that they had done 2 procedures in Vivare but stopped working there as it was not sterile and there was no aircon in the theater. Okay, even the doctors like that is not a clinic to go to. My best friend Thando Thabethe had her lipo done on the day after my. Listen, you guys, I don't understand. Okay, I have surgery nightmare. Okay, I have surgery nightmare day. Okay, they can't put my drip is coming off. They can't put it back. I'm bleeding. There's load shedding. All of these things, like basically surgery nightmare. And then the following day, my friend decides that okay, I'm coming to my friend. How does that happen? Dr. Anushka called me to the side when my friend was bleeding and asked me why she was acting up as if she was going through PMS as her period had just started. I was in the room when my friend was bleeding and looking like a little waterfalls of blood gushing out of her. This was extremely traumatic for me to witness. She needed me. That was when Dr. Anushka said that Vivari is not a hospital. If I had known it was not a hospital, I wouldn't have undergone the. It's not even a hospital. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm shocked. Okay. Thabethe declined to comment. HPCSA dismissed most of the complaint. Guys, that's just something not right with the story. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm not disputing that they went through what they went through. Okay, they went and did the procedures, it didn't go well. But there's just so many things. I feel like they didn't do enough checks on this doctor and this facility to go and risk their lives, especially because they didn't have to risk their lives. This is like an optional procedure that you can live without. Okay. So I feel like they didn't do proper checks on the hospital. Okay. And then I don't understand the second friend. Thando Thabethe should not have gone to that hospital after her friend experienced the bed service. Oh no, the bed service with your life. Okay, your friend had a nightmare. They had load shedding. They don't have generators here. They can't check her vitals. The drip is off. All of these things, and then the following day, you decide you are also going to go to that. After the doctor had said, "This is not a hospital." Hmm? Indumba nje lena. Indumba yam lena. This is not a hospital. Indumba ka doctor nje le. This is hospital rooms. I don't get it, you guys. So now, you guys, okay. So the friend submits a complaint about the whole thing. It gets back. They dismissed it. Okay. Then the doctor is like, here is the bill. Now you have to pay. And then the friend and Ntando are like, no, not really. The doctor is like, it doesn't matter how bad the procedure went, the procedure was still done, so you still need to pay for this procedure. And they're like, we don't think so. Okay, so now they are getting sued. So now we're going to talk about what's happening with them getting sued. Yeah, guys, ukuba nemali, like ukuba nemali will cause you unnecessary problems because these two are just beautiful ladies. They don't need no procedure. Okay. Hey, nangu no Rosemary Liable. They didn't need this procedure, but kuba nemali. Thina nje we live with imkhaba yethu nje sizosijwayela ukuthi umkhaba wami lo ngi-right ngawo, but mawunemali like, hey, lo mkhaba lona ngingawususa, ngingawususa, and then you end up in such situations. Good morning, Ujiwagi Mark, Ing, Venting Channel. Is it right to say Ujiwagi Ing or is it Ujiwagi Ing? Okay, but I am reading things wrong here. Good morning, good morning. Upon my live stream, I have been using a feature to record all my current uploaded video. Apologies for the confusion and time zone mix up. Otherwise, many thanks for the love and support. Oh, okay. I thought something had happened. Constance Kosi, hello. By the way, guys, please subscribe to Ujiwagi Ing, Milano, and Constance Kosi. All of them have channels, okay? All of them have channel. Noni M podcast too. Guys, anybody else that has a channel, let me know so I can give you a shout out. So, hi Constance, hi Constance, hi Constance. So, you guys, now let's talk about why now they're getting sued and why these women think that it is okay for them to not pay this bill because they're going to have to pay it with the lawyer's fees now. Okay. Now, you guys, listen, if you are watching me from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube, make sure that you have liked the stream. And also, you guys, if you are not a subscriber, subscribe. We are on our way to 15K subscribers. And on Facebook, we are on our way to 500 followers. And on Twitter, it's like 1,000 something. Okay, listen, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're still building the family. Now, you guys, so this is what is happening now. So Vivari now is suing Radio Icon over unpaid aesthetic surgery. This is an article by Ungwa Komalaji. It was written just recently, which was yesterday. Foxy Radio Icon Thando Thabethe and her producer Tumi Maimela have disappeared without paying the bill for the body sculpting procedures that they underwent at an aesthetic facility in Joburg last year. Okay. Here's the thing, you guys. You already have budgeted for the procedure. Yes, you are not happy with how things went, but just take the money because you were already going to pay. Take the money, pay it, and then complain about it, okay? We wouldn't have this article on the Sunday World had they just done that because I still feel like they should pay. The procedure was done. Thabethe and Maimela tardiness came to fore when the facility Vivari Hotel and Aesthetic filed a lawsuit against Maimela and her production company Redwood in the Johannesburg High Court last week. Here's the thing, you guys. I know South Africa is like a new thing now where everybody's crazy about changing their bodies and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that if you can afford, but make sure that you do proper research before you do these procedures. But also, you guys, I like it for the kids. Okay. I like it for the kids because we only see the other side. We see them shooter on Instagram, say disappear. But kids need to know, or anybody for that matter, you guys, that there's the other side of it. Things can go wrong. So just keep it in mind, even though it doesn't mean that every procedure there will be something that will go wrong, but sometimes it happens and you don't know if it's going to be you that is going to go through that. In the lawsuit, Vivari demands that Maimela pays it 245,000 for the 360 liposuction, mastopexy, breast lift, and Brazilian butt lift surgeries they performed on her. I still can't believe she did all three at the same time, plus 181,000 for Thabethe's liposuction. So I wonder, you guys, if because it was going to be part of the show, if the production company was supposed to pay for them to do the procedures, like both of them to do the procedures, or Ntando was supposed to pay for her own and the producer was supposed to pay for her own. The company is also demanding 5 million for loss of income in it suffered after defamatory remarks Maimela made in the letter that she sent to the Health Professional Council, because obviously it's a record for them that somebody has laid that complaint against them, even though it was dismissed. Okay, complaining about the heart attack she suffered after the procedure, which were expected to be aired in the Thabethe show Unstoppable on BET. In the court papers, Vivari said its representative, Dr. Anushaka Reddy, Thabethe and Maimela entered into an agreement to film the show at the hotel in November last year. They agreed that Vivari would receive a minimum of 3 minutes of airtime in 4 different episodes of the show, amounting to a total of 12 minutes airtime. They also agreed that Dr. Bruce Lilala, a surgeon employed by the hotel, will have a minimum exposure of 3 minutes of airtime for different episodes, mounting to a total of 12 minutes at a time. Listen, you guys, if I'm going to do such a procedure, plastic surgery on my body, okay, I am not doing it as a package, negotiating something. Listen, you're going to do this procedure for me, and in return, you are also going to get, no, 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 no. I'm just going straight to the doctor. I'm researching that doctor, make sure that everything is above par, and and I pay in full. Because once there is a discount of some sort, even the service that you're going to get will be discounted, okay? Because you're not paying the full price. So I wouldn't put it as part of the negotiation. Okay, we'll do a show. So since you get some airtime, maybe you won't charge us the full price. No, okay, not on my body. In exchange, we've already agreed to perform 360 liposuction on Thabethe, which equated to the value of 183,000 after the 54,500 discount. You see, guys, you can't get a discount on plastic surgery. How's that? On a loaf of bread, yes, but not on your body. We've also agreed to perform 360 liposuction and mastopexy and Brazilian butt lift on Maimela, which after 100,000 discount equated to the value of okay, you guys, listen. Like there's a discount of 54,000, there's a discount of 100,000 on plastic surgery on your body, and you think that that surgery is going to go 100% fine. You're going to have problems, and the problems that you're going to incur are going to be worth the 154,000. That just makes sense, okay? Even for the docs, it makes financial sense. Listen, we're not going to prioritize these patients here because they're not paying full price, okay? If there's another patient that is paying 154,000 more than this patient, I'm going to prioritize that patient. So if a drip comes off on this one, just leave it alone. I mean, it's a discounted price anyway. The plaintiff's premises is a day clinic, and that patient would revert the status of outpatient upon discharge. There are post-operative risk, and both Thabethe and second defendant undertook to abide by the advice given to them. In the event the complication arises after Thabethe and the second defendant has been discharged from the plaintiff facility, this will be in their own account. So this was part of their contract. Okay, if there's complications after, then they would have had to pay for that. Vivari said Maimela breached the agreement when she leveled libelous allegations against the facility in a complaint she filed with HPCSA. Vivari's lawyer sent Redwood a letter in March 24, formally terminating the agreement and ordering Redwood to refrain from airing the videos at its premises in the reality series, but refused. But the entity refused. You can't terminate. Okay, you have entered into a contract uh for them to do the surgery at a discount, and then you're going to show them on the reality show. Okay, fine. Now, if the procedure doesn't go right, now you can't say you're terminating the contract because the procedure is done. The breast, you know, eh, lifting is done. Okay, the liposuction is done. The butt. Now you have a butt. You did not have a butt. Now you have a butt. Now you are terminating a contract. Can they get? Can they? Bangawehlisa amabele, just bring the breast down because phela breast lift yabo leyan, can they take the mafuta from your butt now out because now when you don't want to pay, you are terminating the contract. The whole thing just doesn't make sense, guys. But maybe I'm being insensitive. You will tell me in the comment section. It doesn't make sense to me. I still feel like they should pay the bill. Also, just because they know it just doesn't look good for them. Okay. Every time we look at Thando Thabethe now, we're looking at isisu sakhe esisiland and we're like, let's asikhokhelwanga girl. We are like, girl, hamba khokhela sis. Yabona manje, and it's just that the producer, I don't know him, but it's here. So we're going to be looking at them like, yeah, girl, your breasts look really good, but you need to go pay for them, okay? I don't know, you guys. It's hard for me to feel sorry for them. I'm glad that they didn't lose their lives. I'm glad that they are alive, they're safe, okay? But I think that they need to go to that hospital and pay that bill, okay? If they don't want to see that doctor anymore because, the relationship has been fractured, okay? Then they should just transfer the money. Just transfer the money and be done with it, okay? You had already budgeted for it, pay for it. And if you have a complaint, then you can complain afterwards, but you owe that money, okay? So that is what is happening here. Okay. Milana says, firstly, personally, for me, it's a bit shocking that Ntando is even part of such and one of those who also do such. Yeah. I think a lot of the celebrities have done something, and I think not all of them come out to say, I'm going to do this and that's like typical influencers do. And so I think we don't know, we just don't know. But I think a lot of the celebrities have done it. I'm surprised that she just didn't pay. That's the part that is surprising me because I don't think that she doesn't have the money. And yeah, you guys, anyway, they haven't told their side of the story yet. Okay. Oh, they did because they're the ones that initially complained. And then Abigail Baloy. Hi, Abigail. Thank you so much for joining us. What happened to going to the gym to fetch those bodies? Milano. Don't talk about the gym. Some of us, we just want to be comfortable. Okay, listen, I would have them cover for days, but I ain't cutting nothing from my body. Deal with it, okay? Those who have to deal with it, deal with it. Another very funny, interesting part is that some of these people will also later subscribe to gym to take yes, and then they will like work hard. The results of working hard and discount on a loaf of bread, yes, but I'm not on the body procedure, guys. Not on the body procedure. A discount for 154,000 procedure. Last year my daughter did not last year actually, the year before. She did a procedure, no medical procedure, okay. And then the doctor was like, okay, like sometimes they will say they charge medical aid rates on or then they charge their own rates. He chose to charge medical aid rates, so I didn't have to add on to what I was paying through medical aid, okay. And so there you guys, and when I look at the difference, it was like 3,000 rands that I would have had to pay cash. She was like, no, don't worry about ma'am, because you're gonna be paying the other specialists. For me, the main doctor was like, for me, I will charge specifically medical aid. Okay. I mean, that's a discount I took, 3,000, but 154,000 for a surgery that is optional, for it's not a life saving. This for my doctor was a life saving procedure, you know. But for an optional thing, guys, no, 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 don't risk your life like that. I don't get it. So yes, you guys. Now we don't know what's going to happen with the story, you guys. I suspect that they might end up having to pay unless they really get like good lawyers. But what do we know about the law? Okay. So now, you guys, let's move on to Sello Maake, because Sello Maake now is like, listen, this job is due to me. This is my job. And why am I not getting it? Why are you giving it to someone else when it's mine? That's what he is saying, because he doesn't understand why he did not get this job. I believe this is what it's about. Okay, so a veteran actor sues Market Theatre for snubbing him. Okay, so veteran actor Sello Maake is heading to the Labour Court to challenge the Market Theatre's decision to snub him for the position of the artistic director. Instead, Greg Hoffman was hired. Who's Greg Hoffman? Come, let me see. Let me see. Let's see who's the person that got the job. Okay. Manje ubani lo? Angimazi. Okay, let me share this with you guys. so, so you can see him. I don't know if you guys know this guy. Do you guys know this guy? I don't know him. Assuming that that's the person. So okay, so let's continue with the. So basically, this is the guy that got the job, but um Babsilo is not happy about that because he thinks that he should be the one that actually got the job. Okay, Kangobe plan to seek a legal recourse comes after his and the Market Theatre's legal team failed to reach the middle ground in the two pre-trial conferences over the past 2 weeks. In the first conference, which was held virtually, Kangobe advocate Michaela Pillay asked the theater legal team to furnish them with a scoreboard that indicates that Hoffman obtained 41 points more than the former generation star. Sometimes when you don't make it to the interview, you want it, like you want to know, how come I didn't make it? They refused to hand over the scoreboard and said it was private information of the candidates who contested for the position, said Gangoba. The award-winning thespian said the legal team also refused to disclose to him the points he scored during the interview, insisting that this was confidential information. Gangubo also said Pillay and the Market Theatre lawyers also met on Monday last week, where they again reached a deadlock about the scoreboard. The theatre doyen said the refusal to furnish them with a scoreboard demonstrated they were clutching at straws and did not have a legitimate reason to not give him the job. Cushy job, okay? So I guess he has reasons to be complaining about this. Okay. Look, before they said I was rejected because the strategy I presented was not aligned with where they wanted to go, but nobody told me where they wanted to go. Okay. Had they told me where they wanted to go, then I would have cobbled the strategy that aligned with the vision. Okay, I know who is 60 years old. They said they also told him Homan was younger and that counted in his favor, but refused to disclose his age. Listen, you guys, the retirement age for men isn't it 60? So if they are looking for someone new to start at the job, doesn't it make sense that they will give it to somebody younger? I'm just asking the question, you guys, because he is 60 years old. The revert actor also said that it was possible for Homan had an advantage. It is possible that Homan had an advantage, an unfair advantage over him because he had done several productions at the Market Theatre before the post was advertised. He believed the job might have already been predestined for someone else before it was even publicly advertised. I can tell you stuff like going to an interview and you know that there's somebody acting in that position and you just know that you are just part of the process, You're just part of the process so that they can officially hire the person that was acting. From the streets, I come and to meet their highbrow expectation. I submitted to their boardroom expectations. What more did these people want or need? Okay. They could have come clean and stated that the job had a face, name, and surname before it was even advertised. The scheme, some actor emphasized that he did not have a specific salary expectation because he believed that the importance of teaching and nurturing talents of Black children went beyond a monetary value. He expressed that this opportunity would have allowed him to give back and support young Black talent, which he considered invaluable. Kangube also expressed his disappointment in the interview process, saying the panelists knew little or nothing about the industry. I was interviewed by people who are not even qualified to interview for the space they think they understand and occupied. They must come for me because I am now ready to fight for what is right. He said his lawyer would apply for court dates after submitting minutes to the conference to the theater's legal team. All the questions will be answered when the matter is ventilated in court. Okay, so that is what is happening with Babsilo Kanube, is that he thinks that he should have got that job. There's no reason for them to not get that job. Guys, I'm thinking that he is experienced enough to be the one that deserves that job. But I just question you guys if the age was not the thing that made them feel like, I mean, how many years is he going to be able to work at the market theater if he's already 60 years old? Okay. And yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know if it's going to work for him suing the market theater. But yes, you guys, he thinks that is his job. It should have been his job. Okay. Instead of them giving it to someone else. Yes, normally you want to know why you didn't get the job. Anyway, not to sue, but for you to see where you are lacking and can improve yourself. Yes, especially when you're applying for an position in your organization and you know there's other opportunities that will come. You usually want to know, you know. And first, a lot of the companies don't give you feedback to say, listen, you did not get the job. Sometimes you just see the time passes, they don't tell you. And that in itself, I always feel like I want to know, okay, if I didn't, just tell me I didn't get it. And then two, okay, you didn't get it because of this and this and this. You know, maybe next time I apply, I will make sure that, you know, I focus on those things. But yeah, they hardly ever give you that feedback. My your legal dad just arrived to mark the register. Then you have been marked present. Okay. Lufate, hello, hello, hello. He was 6 years old when they invented him for the invented him for the interview. Using his age is just an excuse. I guess, you guys. I guess. I mean, at 60 years old, we'll still be applying for jobs. Okay. Hayibo, mina ngithi just because uGreg ngumlungu usilo masuawe. It could be that, you guys, and also like you said that he was already at the organizations do this all the time where they advertise a job, but they know who the person that they want for that job, you know. And then the rest of you going there for an interview, sitting down, preparing, and all of that, but they already know who they want. I'm interested to find out how this works out for him, you guys. I'm interested to find out how this works out for him. If they had asked the public to vote who is probably more qualified to run the market theater, even though we don't know Greg, I'm sure more people would have voted for him. I wonder how the other people that use the facility of the market theater feel about it. That they feel like he would have been a better like better suitable for the job, or do they feel like because maybe people do know Greg and people do think that Greg will be good at his job? I'm curious to know what people think about it. Do they think that he was going to do a good job? Silo is actually the perfect age for the. Oh, you think so? You think so? I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I guess it's possible. And if he thinks he can still do it, I guess that he can still do it. You guys. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to do today. These two Minabayang mangas, you guys. I don't want to lie, okay? But you guys, if you are thinking of going and doing your plastic surgery, please do proper research on the hospital. Okay, what we learned today is that just because a place is called a hospital doesn't really mean it's a hospital. Okay, just because a place is called a clinic doesn't really mean it's a clinic. So do research on that, on the doctor, on the nurses too. Are they registered? Can they put a drip on? Imagine a nurse that cannot even put a drip on, and there you are almost losing your life, and the nurse is like, I don't know how to put a drip on, you know. do that research. Don't take a discount, guys. On plastic surgery, don't take a discount. So many of influencers have lost their lives or affected significantly because they do these deals where a doctor wants you to advertise them on your page on Instagram and whatever, and then they would say they will do your procedure for free. I'm like, what would you take that with your life? And then the person goes, we know if an American influencer, they recently lost their life because it was that type of a deal. I'll do the I'll do the procedure for you for free, and then you can advertise and tell people about me. And then things go wrong because they won't prioritize you because you are not a paying client. If it's free, or if it has a big discount, you are a discounted client. It makes sense. So you're not priority. If another client is paying full amount, that client will be prioritized. Why would you do that with your life? Okay. So do proper research and don't take discount on plastic surgery. Okay. It is not worth it. Okay. The next thing, you are suing the people and the people are suing you. Imagine the procedure didn't go so well. Now you're getting sued. Does that even make sense? It doesn't make sense for me. Anyway, Precious Pearl was here. Thank you so much. And Noni M podcast was here. Thank you, Noni. Alindelwa Koyia was here. Thank you so much. Alindelwa Milano was here. Ochiwagi Inventing Channel. Why is it a question? Is it a venting channel? And Constance Kosi was here too. Thank you so much, Constance, for joining me. Abigail Baloy. Why does this name, Abigail Baloy, that name sounds very familiar? Besides here, Abigail Baloy. Who's Abigail Baloy, Gonj? I'm afraid if you have some celebrities here, you must say, I'm Abigail Baloy, the celebrity. Guys, who's Abigail Baloy? Togolisa ASKK, thank you so much for being here. My Yoligata made it. The member, she is the member of the membership. Okay, guys, we do have a membership on this channel. It's a very small amount. My only how much is my membership? I think it's like 30 something rand a month. Okay, so do join the membership, you guys. And that money is added to my revenue, so don't worry about it. I will get it. Okay. Lufate was here, guys. I appreciate you guys so much, so much, so much. Okay. For being here. Anyway, you guys, I hope it goes well for Sello Maake. But I wonder he is suing now. I wonder what that is going to mean. Does that mean that he is suing so that they give him that job, or what? I don't know, guys. Does that mean that he is fighting to still get the job, or he just wants to understand why they didn't give it to him? So if they can explain in a way that he understands why they didn't give him the job, he let it go, or he just wants the job. And then what's going to happen to Greg? I'm worried about Greg now. Hey, but maybe we shouldn't be worried about Greg. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please join me in the evening when I do the evening live. And once again, you guys do not forget to like the video. There is somebody on Facebook that has liked the video. It means that we've got somebody watching from over there. Thank you so much. Nginithanda kakhulu.